Remember when I said this last video? And that's the thing, like sometimes you get these big moves. It's good to have your profit targets, like your limit orders out there. Yeah, that just aged so badly. Man, this week has just been absolute trash. So I got sick, so that's probably why I sound a little different right now. So sorry about that if you hear me like sniffing into the microphone or anything like that. And yeah, if you guys just saw that right now on the screen, frustrating stuff. Okay, and you want to see what the aftermath of that is. So a lot has happened. Okay, you guys can see the count is now standing at 221.70. A huge fall from grace from where we were last episode. Last episode, I think we ended around 370, so we're down about 150 from that. You can see here our realized P now is 127, but obviously you add in commissions, and I've taken a lot of trades since then. So yeah, so our account is at 221.70. So at least we're still higher than the beginning balance of 150. We're $71.70 in the profit, which isn't terrible, but obviously, you know, at one point in this video we were hitting $500, which is crazy. So yeah, okay, and this right here is just, you know, honestly I kind of deserve this. So let's go back and start from the beginning. Let's talk about like why I decided to go short here in the first place, and yeah, just basically get you guys caught up to what happened to the account. At this point, I was not at my trading desk, so I wasn't comfortable just grabbing a position and just holding it. Honestly, I should have though. My first instinct was to go short once I saw a futures market. Why did I decide to go short? Very simple here. I'll pull up SPX just because I like TradingView a lot better. It's pretty much the same chart though. Yeah, you can also see my annotations here. So futures open somewhere around here, I believe. No, actually back here. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit and just talk about, you know, what's been going on in general. I made a post about this in on our Discord, which aged pretty nicely. So if I have time, I'll pull it up and you guys will see on the video what I'm talking about. If not, don't mind, it's not too important. But okay, so this is the chart. All right, previous to futures opening we had this. Okay, that's all the data we had. So we had an established demand zone here. So let's make that blue. This was another demand zone. Let's make that blue. And then we had our resistance here, and it's a resistance point because it's been a pivot here that got a huge reaction. So whenever we see candles like this, I like to highlight that level as a key level because you know, we previously got a big reaction. Next time we go to that zone, you know, there should be some kind of resistance there. So we had this going on, and I was also watching this trend line. This trend line comes from the very start of this bear market, or whatever you want to call it. It's been tested 3 times, so I was expecting us to hit that, especially considering how resilient we've been. You know, we had a chance to start breaking down and coming down to retest all these zones here. At this point, you know, we even saw this big reaction here, but it got bought up on this demand zone, and then we've been pushing up. So it looked like, all right, after these 2 big green candles, it's time to go up and hit this trend line, right? That's what they wanted you to think, and that's what my post is about. But they actually didn't go with that. We gapped down in the futures market. So we get this, right? We're down in the futures market, and then you can say this was kind of like a support zone here. Let me highlight it to make it clear what I'm talking about. This right here. So we make a drop, we open below it basically, then we come up, test it. That's where I go short initially. And the smartest thing would have been to just go short there and just close your eyes, and you know, you would have been up 56 points, which multiply that by 5 if you're holding 1 micro E-mini S&P contract, and that's a good amount of money right there. That's like almost $300, and we were holding at one point like 5 contracts short, so just multiply 280 by 5. Yeah, we would have been up. This account would have hit our target basically. We would have finished the challenge already. $100 to $1,000 would have been completed. But again, I wasn't home at this time. I wasn't at my computer, so I just got 1 contract and I put my profit target there. Ended up hitting. Wasn't necessarily expecting it to hit, but it hit. I got the notification. Then I reshorted here. I saw we were in profit, so I put a stop loss and it got hit. Unfortunate. Similar thing happened here. we came back, we tested this previous support zone, now it's resistance, went short there, and then took profits there, because at this point we're getting a little bit extended. But then I missed out on this move, felt a little bit of FOMO, so chased it there or scalped it, went in our favor. And then I decided, what am I doing? Why am I scalping this? Like, this is gonna be a downtrend at this point. Like, why am I wasting commissions and everything scalping this when I could just go short and hold it? So at this point, let's go a little bit more zoomed in. So futures opened this candle here. Let me just mark it so we remember that that's, whoops, or let's just leave it there. But this is the opening candle. Okay, all right, got it. Okay, so I was shorting, like, scalping this basically all the way down. First entry was around here, took profits, re-entered short, took profits, re-entered short, took profits. Okay, I was just scalping this on the way down. Not bad. We were up a decent amount with that. I think we were up like $50, so the count was like at 420 around that point. Good stuff right there. Almost halfway to our target of $1,000. Not bad. Then we saw this first bounce, and I decided to really go high conviction. All right, I'm just gonna go short here and just hold it. The reason I decided to do that was because we broke this demand zone, right? We broke this zone that I was looking at. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna retest it, and then it's time to go, right? And so I went short here. And at this point, I was like, all right, if it goes a little bit higher, I'll be able to add up there. So it's fine. So we go higher. Once we start seeing some kind of weakness, cumulative delta wasn't really convincing me that we're gonna go push up that much. Like, look at this. This is when futures opened. It's been just fully downtrend. On this little spike here, it barely moved up. So I added another contract here. So that's 2 contracts. And then I just let it play out. I'm like, all right, just gonna hold these, see what happens. Then we get this move right here. Again, I wasn't on my computer. That's my fault. I wasn't watching the trade. And that's why I said in the last video, sometimes you get these big wicks. It's good to have just your take profits in point. That way they could just hit. All right, once we hit this point, right, I didn't get filled because I wasn't watching it. I didn't have no orders out. Unfortunately, it sucks. We were up about $72 on this position. So adding that to the 50 we had already made over here, that was like a nice 140. The count was at $500, halfway there to 1,000. Would have been excellent way to, have episode 2 go, but I wasn't at my computer and I missed that. So then we end up getting a reversing all the way back up. My average price at this point was like somewhere around here, right? Because I had an entry here and here, so somewhere in the middle there. We came back up and I couldn't believe it because I'm like, all right, so this is this right here playing out. So at this point we're back up here. I'm like, all right, retesting the demand zone. All right, whatever. Sucks that we missed our exit there, but I still overall think we're gonna be in a downtrend. A 3rd contract here and then a 4th contract here. This fourth contract was a little bit reckless. There wasn't no real reason to add this contract other than I wanted to better my average price, and I was getting frustrated because we missed this and then we're getting reversed on. Like, kind of bullshit is that, right? So I added a 4th contract there. Again, that's on me. That's my bad. Shouldn't have done that. And then we get our first initial reaction. I'm like, all right, cool. My average price was literally around here. I'm not sure if I got this recorded or not, but it was literally around here, and we missed it. So that sucks. Ended up bouncing, coming back down. I really thought we were gonna break down here, and that's why I ended up adding a 5th contract. Similarly to the 4th contract, these 2 contracts here should have never been added. These two were more like emotional. I'm so pissed I missed this, but I do still believe in my thesis, and like, even if we ended up going higher, I still believe this was a short, right? The issue was we're limited because of the way futures work, right? You have to keep a certain margin in your account. This was too risky. This was too risky of a play, and I should have waited for a clear confirmation, or this ad should have been once we were already in profits. Simply, to summarize it, long story short, I just got too aggressive with too small of an account, and our auto liquidation zone was somewhere around here, and so I set my stop loss there and it got hit. So fucking unfortunate because this was literally the fucking top, bro. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. The The market gods are against me. They knew that was my auto liquidation zone, so they brought it just up enough so they could auto liquidate me, and then they drop us. They fucking drop us. Look at this, bro. Beautiful drop. This is what we wanted. This is what I thought was gonna happen. And yeah, I mean, like, again, 5 contracts short. Let's say our average price was somewhere around here. Actually, no, somewhere around here. So 4,008, we went all the way down to 4,992, let's say. What is that? 16-point move. 16 times 5 times 5. That's we would have made $400 profit. Our account was at 420 something at the start of this position, so we would have been at $800 on the account had we not got stopped out by like points, bro. Like, was it even a full point that it went higher after we got stopped out? We got stopped out like 417 a hit, 418, like, so like a point something. Then I ended up going long or something like that. You know, just dumb trades. I got super frustrated. I tried recuperating something here because our account was like at 1 something at this point. You know, just dumb trades here. Ended up losing even more. Oh, this was another one. Oh, yeah. Because I still believed in my trade, right? I couldn't be that aggressive with 5 contracts. So I ended up going short 1 contract here. And this was around 1 a.m., right? I was just up editing episode 1. I was editing it, so that's why I was still awake. And then I'm like, all right, I still believe in the trade, so I went long here, got stopped out. Then went short here, got stopped out. Like, just stupid ass trades here. And now I'm like, all right, cut the bullshit, let's go short here and let's just hold it, right? Because I still believe in the trade. Look at this bullshit, dude. So technically I caught this, right? I caught this, but I was asleep at this point and I didn't set my profit target. I was like, when I wake up, I'll cut the trade. So we come all the way down here. We would have recuperated pretty nicely. This is like at least $100 with 1 contract, so would have recuperated a good amount of that loss. But no, guess what happens? We come over here. This is around market open. Yeah. Because I had set a stop loss right 1 point or 1 tick in the money. Just because I was going to sleep in case we were going to rip up. You know, you always have to be prepared for that. I set my stop loss there. And then come market open, I woke up like 5 minutes late because I went to sleep so late last night. So I woke up like 10 minutes after market was already open, 6:40 a.m. And I wake up to my position being stopped out. And, oh, it's so frustrating, bro. Like, again, it was very similar. It was basically at the top here. We got stopped out. And, yeah, that just started my morning. Then I just scalped the shit out of this, recuperated some of it. Again, should have just went short and held it, but at this point I was just too frustrated for that. And still looks like a good short, but I'm not gonna short low day here. I'm just gonna calm down, wait for the market to play out, and then once I see a golden entry, I'll take it. So yeah, hopefully you guys understood that. There's a lot of trades in there, and but basically in summary, we got shit on, bro. We got shit on. And we shouldn't have gotten shit on because we had the trade idea spot on, right? We had the trade idea. I guess I can't say that because it wasn't spot on. But we had the right idea. We just had terrible execution. And the thing that really messes up was getting too aggressive. Again, you always have to be aware of what your day margin is and the maximum contracts you should be holding while still, managing your risk. And I didn't do that. I got too aggressive. I forgot I was trading a $400 account, right? If we had a $2,000 account, we would have been perfectly fine. This would have been GG's, a $500 trade in the bank, It would have been a great day. But, for our account, we had limitations. And unfortunately, I got too aggressive too early in the trade. And it cost us. It cost us a lot. And then this was just, oh my God. I was, yeah. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, right? And at least we're still $71.70 in the profit. At least we didn't blow up the account completely, so we still have a chance here. We're still gonna hit $1,000. I have 100% confidence we're gonna do it. We would have done it already by episode 2, which is insane. But I guess at least this brings us more content, so you guys get more episodes out of this. you know, the challenge isn't just completed in 2 episodes like it could have been. But yeah, frustrating stuff, but it's good that you guys get to see that this happens, because, you know, it's a good lesson there. Don't get too aggressive when you have a small account. You know, it's just not worth it. And then this, I probably should have had a trailing stop loss, but yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. Again, the recap, we're down. The account has lost value in this episode. We're now at 221.70. We're still up since starting the account, so that's a good positive. But you know, now we have something to work through in the next episode. But yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 3. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.